Okay, trying again here. Is it going to be the same link? It's going to be a new link. Let's see. Who is learning how to use stuff? I am. And let's find out exactly where this is going to be. It will be over here. Learning. And when I'm singing, I'm learning, or something like that. Live. Okay, great. Yeah, it's a me. I am. Oh, my camera's frozen. And what's going on there? Where this is going to be? Yeah, don't be in low power mode. Okay, we're getting there. And mute this, mute tab. All right, hopefully this just charges and does its thing as I get my phone here. Let's take one more look at what's going on in here. Probably got to tilt this up just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right, and I'll keep an eye on the chat, and let's go ahead and copy this link. And we're doing this one more time. Yeah, thanks for your patience, folks. Just learning how to use, YouTube and OBS, these pieces of software I've been using for the past like 15 years. No big deal. And then we'll get started, and I'll try not to shake my head too much. I don't want to make anyone sick. There we go. And that's good. All right. Okay. I think we're fine now. Yeah, if you join me here, feel free to say hi in the chat. I'll try to peek at it. But anyways, let's get started here. So basically, a few things we're talking about right now. One is Project Hillside, which is this wonderful recreation of Habitat 67, Moshe Safdie's project from when he was 23 years old. And you know what? I want to start by, let's just go right in. We're going to go right down the line here, all through these. What's down here? That's just my options. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the project and also what I'm using. So first, the project. I mean, there's all sorts of great information down here. But yeah, this is Habitat 67. There's some nice videos which don't look that special in VR, but this looks very special in VR. I'm using my controllers basically as like a split Xbox controller to move around. And there's some little audio here. Sorry, I'm doing a really bad job introducing this. This project I'm looking at right now is Moshe Safdie's original conception of Habitat 67 in Montreal from when he was 23 years old. And let me just make sure that this is all still broadcasting the way I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's a little bit glitchy, but yeah. And Sappy Dev says, hey Alex, can you also show how as well? I don't know what kind of for showing you how to set it up, but I can, well, because it's, okay, here we go. We're going to back up. You can tell I'm a little bit tired here, and I'm trying not to shake the camera too much. So first, I am using Praydog's VR injector. I'm in the Flat to VR Discord. I'm using like a beta or early testing version of the VR injector. The way this works, I can tell you, is I can open up an Unreal Engine executable, pretty much any kind, and I can basically, once it's launched, go ahead and say, hey, insert the VR injector, and then the whole thing is going to kind of relaunch, but pretty much where I left off. And now suddenly, ta-da, it's working in VR, works with OpenXR, works with OpenVR. I'm using OpenVR right now, only because OpenXR isn't working for this project. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's nice to use the Oculus runtime when possible, because I find space warp and time warp help out a lot with this. I am on an RTX 4090, but this is a very heavy project, which was not made to be in VR at all. And it's kind of cool that it works as well as it does. And you can see I've now gone back to the main menu. Fun. Okay, so yes, the injector works great. Just a little preview of it. I bet this is going to be available to the public in a few short months. Pretty amazing to have like a single piece of software that can now make any Unreal Engine executable, most any, work in VR. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about this project because it's a really cool one. Anyone can download this off the Unreal Engine website, though at the moment it's basically just in a box drive. It's like 20 gigabytes or 40 gigabytes. And I'm in the Quest Pro, but yeah, it'll work for Quest 2 with the link cable. I'm just using AirLink right now, totally wireless, plugged into a Nighthawk router, which is entirely dedicated for AirLink. It's not doing internet stuff, so that's nice and convenient. And yeah, so there we go. Hey, person from Malaysia, WMKA, good to see you. Yeah, I want to talk a little about this project. So, Project Hillside is Habitat 67, Moshe Safdie's conception of this project for Montreal, Canada, for the World's Fair. He submitted it when he was 23. Montreal was like, hey, cool, we like this. We absolutely would like to do this project, but they didn't have the money to actually give it its full justice. So basically, a small part of it was able to get built, but not the entire thing. And now, in a wonderful use of Unreal Engine and the magic of paper architecture brought to life, we get to see what this mega structure would have actually looked like if it had been built in its original conception. I highly recommend checking out the 9-minute video where you get to see Epic and Neoscape and Safdie Architects and Moshe Safdie all talking about this coming together. It warms my heart. It's exactly the kind of thing that I want to see more stuff happening with in the future. And yeah, let's just take a little bit of a look at it. The cool thing is that in VR, this looks incredible, and it's even better than the out-of-the-box, walk around version that you're all gonna have a pretty easy time getting access to. So click to begin. Cool thing about Praydog's VR mod is I can mostly just use controllers like an Xbox controller. I can also go ahead, sorry, my hair is just being pulled a little bit here. I can also go ahead and use the mouse when needed, like over here. It's a little bit easier to just go ahead and click on stuff versus trying to do it with the controllers. And yeah, a factory on the site fabricated the box modules, etc., etc. There's a little video. The video is actually rendered. It's not real time, so it just looks like a flat little movie theater thing. Let's get past that. And here we go. So this is exterior. And I can't see my hands, of course, because, again, not made for VR. But I can kind of treat this like a normal first-person game and walk around. And right off the bat, I just want to mention the reflections. Lumen reflections have gotten better. Big improvements here. I do wish I had snap turn instead of smooth turning. That might already be an option in Praydog's mod that I just haven't found yet. But being able to just move around and feel kind of the scale of this is super, super cool. And also, even while I'm just kind of walking around outside and, there's a number of places I can go. There's some actual set places I can just use the keyboard and press number 1 and get this beautiful reflection in the water. It's working in both eyes, hooray. A lot of problems with early things for Lumen and Nanite and Unreal Engine in general in VR. Stuff would work in your left eye but not your right eye. I'm just clicking the keyboard key to bounce around to a few different locations. So that one said exterior office. And there's, these audio clip files I can listen to learn more about the project. But basically, it just looks really good. And I'll show you in a second how we can change the weather. So this is exterior of the museum. Yeah, because this really was intended to be a place you could live your entire life at and never have to leave. There's a park, there's a museum, there's the actual residences, there's shops, all sorts of cool stuff. Nice bloom effect there. That's some convolution bloom, which, looks beautiful in VR, but typically you would not do it in VR because it's very expensive. And just gonna continue to move around some of these locations, get these nice views. And I'll walk around a little bit here. I think I've pretty much done all of them. But yeah, I want to show you how we can also do things like adjust the weather. So here we go, nice view out there. And I believe it's the tab key. Ooh, the menu is invisible to me. That's weird. And try the M key. Oh man, this was working last time I did it. Let me try one thing here real quick. So I'm gonna pull up what for me should look like a little menu, and I'm gonna try to go ahead and change one of the UI settings, auto adjust UI. And I don't know if you can actually see me adjusting my VR settings, but it is cool. You can do this kind of on the fly. See if there's anything else I changed with the UI. I mean, let me see if auto adjust UI takes care of this. No. Okay, well, another time I'll go ahead and show you all the cool ways we can play with the weather and the volumetric clouds. The volumetric clouds do look pretty amazing.
This was really the result of the site.
Oh, and I got
the
some
site
audio
is
playing.
gently gets narrower as
Right
you
click to
go,
skip.
and out of this condition village like
Skip. Okay. Yeah, I do want to hear you talk, Moshe, but I also... Yeah, so I see like the outline of the menu coming up, but not the actual menu. That's okay. Rest assured, the whole thing is dynamic. This is all Lumen. Nothing is baked, and it's really a wonderful use of ArcViz in Unreal Engine. Okay, checking the chat real quick. This project is making me think about taking some architecture classes. Yeah, exactly. You just watched my Unreal. Oh, that's funny. That's cool. Sappy Dev says they were watching my Unreal Fest video and came right over here to watch this. Well, cool. I hope you liked that Unreal Fest video. I was very, very tired when I was giving that presentation. I did not have a chance to rehearse at all, but all things considered, I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. Still mad at myself for messing up the spectator camera. It was like such a simple thing that I wanted to lay out, and I missed that one. It still drives me crazy, but it's still happy with the result of the whole thing, and I hope it's useful. Okay, let's move around a little bit. I want to take a look at some of the other things going on in here. I need to close the menu for me, which I'll do like that, and then I can move around. Great. Okay, moving around. And yeah, nice view to the street. There is a way to get like the cars on and all that, or it might be that the cars were only on for the rendering. There's a lot of documentation on this. I think the cars might only be on when things are moving around. Foliage as well. That's world position offset. Yeah, it's kind of on right now. I think there's a few different like levels of complexity you can have with world position offset for things like how the trees move around. This is off. Either that's like a very gentle sway, but yeah, certainly having that off is going to make things a lot less heavy. This feels really cool, just kind of going down this corridor and feeling, you know, the light change into something more shadowy. I feel like a big problem with most superstructure projects you see designed by architects, I'm thinking in particular of some towers from Le Corbusier, are the fact that they just seem to produce a lot of very dark and uncomfortable areas to live. And this kind of feels like one little example of that. I like all the puddles, by the way, just these opportunities for more reflections. And the Lumen artifacts really are not that bad. Like, they're not bothering me as much here in VR as they normally would. But yeah, cool to see all the other superstructures in the distance. I mean, some people think this all feels very dystopian. I disagree. I mean, you know, everyone is welcome to their own aesthetic taste. I quite like brutal architecture. I just find it to be very, I don't know, awe-inspiring, momentous. Pause. No one's ever asked me before, like, Alex, why do you like brutalist architecture? So I've never had to defend that position, and I'm just kind of thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, the foliage is great. I can't believe how much foliage is in this project. And this lighting is cool. Like, I actually really love just seeing, you know, those modules out kind of washed out, like the sun is hitting them really hard. And there's just nice contrast, you know. I think ArcViz and VR, they can all use more darkness. Oh, uh-oh, I froze. Oh, it's going back to the beginning. Okay, let me make sure I'm still streaming. Not sure what happened there. It's like I had like a limited time. But darkness and light are all nice when possible. And yeah, let's go ahead and keep going here. Let me go into the next level, into the interior. Okay, so we got some stairs and kind of look into the window. And a lot of the, I should mention that a lot of the windows you see when you're in the exterior, they're using a node in Unreal Engine called the Interior Cube Map node, but kind of an advanced version of it. And so there isn't actually geometry on the inside. You're being tricked into thinking there's geometry on the inside by some really clever cube map work. And if you see a game like Spider-Man or something like that with big skyscrapers, that's often how they're giving the effect of lots of geometry on the inside. Looking out here, we can see some photogrammetry, some scans that I believe are from the original actual built conditions. Yeah, because I think we'll see that in the final map. So, you know, you can see it's a little bit blockier, a little bit messier. I think it was made from like 4,000 drone photography shots. Water looks nice, reflections look nice. Okay, let's go inside. So I can get close to a door and the door will open. Nope, not that one. Maybe this one. There we go. That door opens. And I can just get a little bit of a sense of the living quarters here, you know. It's pretty roomy, pretty comfortable. Beautiful view of the water and the Montreal skyline. I love the little architectural model here. One of my favorite things to do, even early on when I started using Unreal Engine 6 or 7 years ago, was to take the entire map of what I was working on and just shrink it all down. Here, this is clearly like a more reduced complexity version of the Habitat 67, but you know, I just love the idea that you can, assuming you have great LODs or great nanite, just shrink everything down and make it a little bit tinier. But the furniture all looks really good. Those reflections look nice. Reflections coming off the mirror, not the mirror, but the glass on the pictures there look nice. Nice view to the outside. Pretty good balance, I think, of privacy and interesting things to look at. It's always a tricky thing, is like you want lots of natural light and lots of open space. Tinted windows can certainly help with that. But yeah, you want people to feel like they have enough privacy. And here's some beautiful plants looking really good, lots of detail. Very hard to do in VR without completely breaking everything. And they're everywhere here. Nice view to look around. A very nice little detail. I don't know how apparent this is on the live stream or even in the final video we'll get out of this, but in the distance here I can actually see the Ferris wheel turning. Just a nice little touch, that Ferris wheel actually moving around. But yeah, getting a sense of the actual Montreal skyline in the context of all this is really, really quite nice. Again, love that water. Nice outdoor chairs. The plants on the ground are either decals or just part of the texture. If you get too close, they do feel a little bit silly, but the wood planks here are actually made in a really cool way. There's like a lot of randomization to it, and I think there's even parallax occlusion mapping to give them a real sense of depth, and they totally hold up. They do not feel like copy-pasted tiles or anything like that. Love the little green watering can. I think I had that exact watering can where I grew up as a kid. Let's explore the entire floor and then go upstairs. Yeah, okay, that's where I came from. Let's see. Yeah, more stairs to go upstairs. And we're gonna go in here, and we've got some pears. Pears right there. The pears look very good, very yummy. Nice bloom. Trying to remember if we can like hit a light switch or anything like that. It might be in the menu. It could be, it's been a little while since I looked at this, but it could be that if you turn down the sunlight, that the interior lights might come on automatically. Be quite nice. Nice little grill. I mean, that food looks really good. That's a good scan of a chocolate croissant and some cookies. Someone eating it with a fork? Sure, why not? And a nice muffin. Lens flare usually bothers me in VR. It actually feels pretty good here. The depth of it is right, and it's not quite overwhelming. Good job, Neoscape, or Epic, or whoever worked on that particular lens flare. The ambient sounds are quite nice as well. I can hear like birds chirping, and it just feels very peaceful. Like, yeah, I could live here. I could live in this superstructure. Yep. And great artwork. Go into the kitchen here for a second. Little pantry door. More food. Love the food. The knife's a little precarious. Great reflections on it. Yeah. Sink looks really good. Nice deep sink. Wide sink. We got some breadsticks, some almonds, good spices. A lot of detail here. Nice stove, kettle, lots of knives. Now wait a minute. We know there's a knife over there. So when you put that knife away, where does it go? There's not a spot for it. Details, right? The chrome there looks really good. Copper over here looks really good. Reflections look excellent. The Lumen GI is really good. Like, I see a little bit of noise everywhere, but that could even just be like a film grain effect. It might not even be lumen noise. I guess I can kind of see lumen noise here on the wall by the stairs, but it's really not as bad as what I've seen in a lot of the other projects that I've been messing around with, trying to get VR to work as well as possible in VR. Did I just say to get VR to work as well as possible in VR? I think I meant to say lumen. Oof, I feel like I'm kind of stuck here for a second. Maybe I gotta move around a little bit. Nice details on the bookshelves. Lots of good details. You know, house should never feel totally empty, even if it's being set up to be sold. I like the little glow from the lamp there. Love the shadows coming in, although it is a little bit weird that I don't cast a shadow, but that looks nice. Let's go up the stairs. Come on, move forward. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble moving in certain directions here. Let me just try the keyboard. Oh, no, even the keyboard's being a little bit slow. Weird. A very slow walk up the stairs. All right. Maybe I have to like recenter my VR. All right, and as we make it to the top of the stairs, not a great view out this window, just looking at a concrete wall, but you know, still getting some light. We got some bedrooms over here. Let me see if there's any way to go a little bit faster. Let me make sure there's nothing weird going on with the stream. Seems okay. Yeah. Stutter reload. Yeah, definitely. Fake interiors from Spider-Man. Yep. Cameras, flares, nice post-processing. Yeah, the Ferris wheel. Okay, cool. Hey, Madeline. Good to see you too. And we're going to just try to go down this little hallway. Look at those reflections over there. Nice little rendering of also Habitat 67. You know, when you move into a apartment building and you have photos of the place you moved into. Yeah, I mean, I would totally do that if it was a very well-designed piece of architecture. Man, that's really interesting that my my movement is slowed down so much. I'm not sure why. These stuffed animals are totally adorable. Nice little spinny planetarium globe. Oh, there's my stuttering again. Yeah, that's interesting. It's like it gets upset after a little bit. Not quite sure why. Interesting. Okay, well, let's let's go back into that one for a second, just because I recall there was something else cool about the interior. I'll move quick, just to, yeah, there we go. Now I'm back to moving at normal speed. Turn. There's our pears. There's our nice view to the street, to the other side. Nice living room. Nice glasses. Okay, up the stairs. Yeah, much faster now. Okay. Yeah, I like this. This is like a nice little detail. Nice kid's bed with some little festoon or Christmas lights. Great reflections everywhere here. I love that twin motion is up on the laptop. It's a great touch. Nice headphones. Everything feels to scale too, by the way. I have to mention that. Like, a lot of times you take a look at something in VR and you can tell that there wasn't any effort put into making it actually be to scale. And everything here is to scale. And that's nice. Good master bedroom, definitely a more grown-up bedroom. Boy, sure would get a lot of glare on that laptop. Trying to get work done over here. But the shadows look good. Nice candles. That'd be cool if when you go into night mode, if the candles turn on in here. Yeah, I'll definitely do another stream of this sometime where we actually get all the menus working, so I can pull up all that stuff. Yeah, those shadows are a little bit funkier. Man, someone just leaves their glasses everywhere. I guess that's reading glasses. You leave your reading glasses anywhere that you might possibly read a book. That's my strategy as someone who doesn't wear glasses. Cool. Yeah, the artwork's nice. Ooh, those shadows are a little bit artifacty. I'm actually curious if they'll get better as I move closer to them. Again, totally impressed by the amount of like foliage and plant life everywhere. Like, this is so detailed. There is so much going on in there, and somehow it's looking pretty good to me in VR. Oh, yeah, and I'm back to moving slow again. So weird. Let me just try. I just want to see if the shadows get better or worse when we get closer to them. Ooh, come on. Maybe if I do it like sideways or something. Yeah, there we go. Sideways is much faster. Okay, the shadows don't get a ton better in VR. Let me try going sideways now. Yeah, still a little bit glitchy, and actually things are flashing a bit for me here. All right, no worries, no worries. But the artwork does look cool. The lights look good. Just enough bloom coming out of those lights. Feels like you could put something else in there. A big TV or something. All right, let's go back to... Oh, I can't go back to the main menu. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it just occurred to me now, because we just keep getting like the little crash thing. I wonder how I'll go back to the main menu. Maybe I'll just wait for it to do it on its own. Oh, wait. This might give me my menu back. Give me my menu back. Let's find out. Well, oh, you know what? I can zap to some of the other places with the keyboard keys. There's a menu. Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. I just saw the menu. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna use the keyboard here. Yeah, let's see that light. Okay, so when I press this, oh, I just saw it. M, tab, tab, tab. Oh, I just saw the menu for a second. How do I get it back? What did I press? There we go. Oh, the backspace key. The backspace key gave me the menu. Okay, would not have expected that. So we can go back to the main area. But first, I just have to show you. I mean, let's find somewhere with some good lighting to show this off properly. Like, let's go, yeah, like over here. Got a nice view out. Okay, let's start here. Good little corner spot here. So backspace to bring up the menu. Here we go. Environment. Let's do a couple of the presets. Ready, ready. Preset 2. Wow, golden hour, sunset is beautiful. And look, we got the lights there active. Preset 3. That's maybe more like, I think that feels like mine, yeah. Preset 4. Yeah. Preset 1 again. I just love that. The whole feeling of the room changes with the different lighting. And that's the power architecture and good lighting design. June 6th, by the way, which I don't know if you can see the UI I have in front of me. June 6th, my birthday. Let's try making it really dark so we can just kind of move the time of the sun. I'm curious if I am remembering incorrectly or correctly that some of these lights turn on. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, actually, yeah, I mean, well, okay, they don't turn on, but I guess they're active the whole time and they're just more noticeable when it's nighttime. Yeah, man, look at the shadows back there on the, on all the foliage. Like, you could not do this in Unreal Engine 4. Got these little soft shadows there from the plants. Oh, look at the city. Oh, that's cool. Foggy. Boy, we got a lot of fog, but that's really nice. A little bit of auto exposure going on. But yeah, the night view. Right, yeah, let's just walk around one more time and just soak in this night view. Yeah, mirror reflections looking much better. Like, there's a little bit of lag, a little bit of tear, which could, just be the struggling to keep up with VR, but that's way better than the mirror reflections I was getting before in 5.1 even. This is 5.2, by the way. Great convolution bloom coming off the lights there. Yeah, I mean, I have to tell you, most of the VR projects that I'm working on right now, we are still using 4.27 and using baked lighting plus ray tracing. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Because of the problems with Lumen. And it's funny because what we're seeing right here in the little blanket caustic effect, that's the thing that has been stopping us from using Lumen and has us continuing to bake our lighting, because that would look unrealistic in most cases. And if it's happening on the wall, it is kind of a problem. Here, it's just kind of magical. Like, I like that. I just like the idea that maybe there's like other lights inside the blanket causing that effect. It's really cool. Man, look at the glow from the planetarium. And you know what? I mean, you could also just say that, yeah, all the blinking around the room is actually from the planetarium. So that's what I would call turning a bug into a feature. Wow, more nice convolution bloom. Man, guys, this looks so good. This looks so good in VR. I'm so proud of everyone who worked on this. This is like exactly the precedent that anyone in the ArcViz industry, anyone using Unreal, anyone who has dreams of paper architecture being brought to life, should be excited for. Man. I mean, I could really spend hours in here. Oh, there we go. There's like my first real rendering artifact. So my left eye and my right eye are giving me kind of a different view here. And you might even be able to see it since I'm using this interesting Steam VR view that kind of stretches between the left and the right eye. Yeah, it's kind of cool. We're getting like a little bit more stuff out of everything. How is this optimized with these many details? Yeah, lots of nanite. Yeah, tons and tons of nanite in here. In fact, I don't know if I've got dev view turned on, or nah, this is a shipping build. I want to show you guys what nanite looks like. You know what? I'm a little bit afraid of breaking things, but I'm going to try to use the Unreal Injector, and it might not work because the Unreal Injector is made for 4.27, but I'm going to try it, and I hope it doesn't crash, and maybe we'll be able to get our console in here. Let's see if it works or if it crashes, because if we get the console, I might be able to turn on nanite and lumen and show you guys that, or it might just crash everything. Might have crashed everything. Oh, it totally crashed everything. Okay, see, I got a little too cocky there. Okay, let's do it again. Open it up. Little video, and then I am going to go to the exterior as built, the as built exterior. Yeah, and even while that's loading, I can go and open up the injector. Hopefully you'll see this again in a second, and I will be enabled desktop recording fix. Well, I'm not sure what the desktop recording fix will do. I'm just looking at the settings for the setup here. Movement orientation. Let me just make sure this is all doing what I want it to. Yeah, for the VR injector, I'm just trying to make sure this is all what I expect. And then we'll be able to see this next part in VR. Okay, UI. All right, inject. Let's see if it works. Oh, and we're back to not seeing me because of my battery. Okay. Yikes. Okay, coming back. It's all live, folks. It's all live. All right, so we get rid of this guy. Yeah, and we are gonna see in VR this beautiful view of the actual built project, which is not a giant megastructure, but it is still pretty nice. Again, water reflections looking fantastic. Let's just go and actually let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm still there. Okay. And we're just gonna fly forward. Fly! And just get this nice overhead view of this beautiful photogrammetry scan of the project. I should be able to move up and down too. I think that's mapped maybe a little bit weird on the controls, so I'll just do it with, oops, I just keep going higher. Let's try this. There we go. Okay. Nice to be able to fly. Good view of Montreal. Oh, you know, I wonder if it'll let me go. I was going to try to go all the way over to the Ferris wheel so you guys can see it turning. Yeah, I can still tell it's turning right now. Nice and sharp. If I had horsepower, I could turn up pixel density as well and really crank all this up. But even on an RTX 4090, that might be a little bit crazy. Yeah, again, that water's really nice. Oh yeah, I definitely want to show you guys the clouds too. So changing the time of day is great, but changing the weather is also very cool in the clouds. These cars, not scanned, not photogrammetry, just regular cars, but then the actual environment, including the trees, is scanned. So you can see how what actually got built definitely is, you know, a representation of the project, this kind of modular Lego brick system. Oh, here's some scanned cars. Yeah, you can see how much of a problem photogrammetry has with reflective surfaces. That's why NERFs are more promising for something like that. You're actually able to capture light and reflections and that kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, much smaller, much more modest. Still captures the idea, the modular, almost like Usonian housing concept for how this all gets put together, but not nearly at the scale of the original vision. Okay, let's pull up the menu and let us. Actually, let's take a look at some of the locations. Teleport. Oh, there's only one teleport location here. Okay, never mind. Environment. Okay, so we already looked at time of day. I mean, we'll do these really quick. Just cool to see. Hooray, Lumen making all the lighting different. Totally real time, totally cool. Let's go to December and do like a quick little daylight study. Whoa, winter solstice. And go back in time. Yeah. Whoa. Now you notice as a photogrammetry scan, it'd be much more difficult to set this up with all the night lighting. So here, when we go to nighttime, it's pretty dark. Get a lot of fog and some like weird lumen artifacts over there. Yeah, like, we're not actually getting like the glow of the windows. In fact, yeah, this is looking a little bit weird for nighttime. It's almost like we've got like weird moonlighting coming off. Although up here, this looks like some of the interior cube map stuff. And bloom is being a little bit overwhelming. Yeah, that top part might be modeled, maybe because photogrammetry wasn't able to capture that quite right. Tough to say. Try to get close to it again, but yeah, bloom is really, it looks like there's like a, alien invasion happening in there. Okay, let me do the clouds, because I want to show you the clouds, and yeah, we're doing pretty good. I think we'll probably wrap up here in a second. I might just go back to the first map for a second, just so you can see how that looks with a little daylight study with the environment. But yeah, let's go back to, normal time of day. Whoa, auto exposure, totally blown out. And check out these clouds. So this is a great blueprint to steal. I'd recommend grabbing this and using it for your own projects. And a lot of people like the ultra dynamic sky system, but this is pretty cool too. Cloud coverage. Yeah. I mean, this does not have, well, it does have storminess. Hold on. Storminess is, I thought the storminess setting actually like turned on the rain, because ultra dynamic sky does do that. But, I think storminess may be just, oh, it's like literally like how stormy the clouds are, like how much they're gonna move and adjust in the air. It's more like turbidity or something like that. Cloud coverage. Yeah, pretty neat to just watch all this happen in VR, especially considering the volumetric sky didn't even work in VR, even as of, 5.0. Might have started working in 5.1. Cloud type. Who remembers learning clouds in school? Stratocumulus, ultrostratus, cirrostratus, nimbostratus. What about cumulonimbus? I think cumulonimbus, if I remember, is the storm clouds. Okay, yeah, that's all cool. All right, great. Let's just go back real quick, because I gotta go get some more work done tonight, folks. For the teleport, yeah, it just has that one option. Let's go back to the main menu. That's nice. We can still see everything here. The gallery is cool. I don't think there's anything particularly exciting for VR here. It's just like, it's a nice, yeah, it's just a nice render gallery we can look through. By the way, render gallery like this, great thing to do if you ever need to have a transition level. If you're trying to load a really heavy Unreal Engine scene and you just want to give people like something to do, have like a nice empty scene, or just leave people in the scene they're currently in. And then while you're asynchronously loading the next scene, you let them just kind of like flip through some slides like this. Or if it's in a multiplayer experience, you have the host flip through some slides. Yeah. Now what's cool is like, I'm looking at these renders and I'm not like, wow, look how photorealistic those renders are compared to the Unreal Engine experience. It's like, yeah, it looks like these were all put inside the Unreal Engine experience. I totally forgot there's a little Moshe Softy Lego figure over in the inside. It's great. But yeah, I mean, this is basically like, except for the people, how it feels in VR. Now, that'd be an interesting next step for this, would be to try to get some metahumans involved and see if we can make it look pretty good. Love seeing the old drawings. Oh, that takes me back to architecture school. Ink and Mylar. Yeah. colored pencil, watercolor, pastels, all the fun ways to do this representation, different cinematics. Oh, nice little video player. Might steal that video player too. I don't know if that's something that has been in like the engine content before, but that's all great. Okay, let's go back to Hillside exterior. And by the way, just to be clear, like it does just look like a flat plane to me, but everything I was just looking at doesn't have any stereo quality, though it does feel like the world here, the plane is just kind of floating in space. Like this big movie screen in the sky. All right.
the original habitat.
The original habitat. Okay, so we're back here, back to where we started. Again, wow, look at the scale, it's amazing. But I also just wanted to go ahead and play with the weather. Oh, there's weather effects. There we go. Yeah, that was, I mean, it's not like that crazy. It's like cranking up the wind. So there we go. Yeah, we can see like the trees moving more, right? So that's the world position offset. And then, yeah, now look at the trees. Now watch this. Look at the trees. Look at the trees. Look at the trees. Don't look at my hand. Look at the trees. And I'm going to change the foliage autumn scale. Watch this. Whoa. Makes me feel like in a tunnel in a Death Stranding, or just the, oh, look at that. Oh, look, the materials change. So that's probably done with material parameter collections inside the materials to just scatter like more dead leaves on the ground. So I'm just scrubbing back and forth here and kind of looking at that beautiful system for everything changing. By the way, I'm sure all the plants in here are going to be awesome assets to steal for your own projects. There's also the black, what are they called? Black alder tree set from Megascans that's not actually in Quixel Bridge. Maybe it'll be in Fab, but you can find that on the marketplace for free. And that also has a blueprint that lets you change the time of year and the foliage and all that. Okay, let's also crank up the wetness. More wet, less wet. More wet, less wet. Reflectivity, very cool. Very cool. And then, yeah, just once again, let's like change the time of day. Whoa. Yeah, cool to see the shadows. Cool to see the shadows. Oh yeah, let's go to nighttime. Yeah, look at that. Oh, so cool. Everything just kind of glowing like that. Oh, and the interior mapping. Yeah, so the cube maps, this is what I was talking about. So we turn those off and on, right? Oh, and did I crash it? What did I do? I lost my Airlink connection. All right, well, I mean, that's actually pretty much everything I wanted to show. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, there we go. It's dead now. Anyways, just wanted to say that that's a really cool project, and I hope everyone checks it out, and I hope you enjoy it. And let me see if there's anything else in the chat. Hey, it's JS Films, who understands how to do live streams much better than me. But good to see you all. Let me just see if there's anything else in the chat before I say goodbye. Yeah, I gotta make room for the project. It is big. It is 20 gigabytes. And I'm running it in VR because a beta VR injector. Oh, and you know what? Now that it kicked me out of VR, what's kind of neat is the injector actually just go back to running normally. Unless it crashes. It just crashed. That's okay. But yeah, that's all, guys. That's all for now. I'm going to go back and do some work, but I hope this was interesting. Now that I understand a little more about how OBS works and how to start a live stream, maybe I'll do this a little bit more. Look forward to Praydog's VR mod. It's super cool. I've been playing, so many games, every Unreal Engine game you can imagine with this, just seeing if it works. Jedi Survivor, I've got some stuff on the channel. It Takes Two, awesome co-op game to play with my kids. And yeah, hey Mayor Awesome, good to say hi to you as well. And Project Hillside, amazing accomplishment. Good job, Epic. Good job, Moshe Softy and Associates, and great job, Neoscape, for spearheading this. Shout out to Carl. Good night, everyone. That is all for now. Thank